I'm coming to you from the great state of Florida, where Florida man has gotten a box in the mail, and I got to get it out. Got to get that thing unboxed. I recently, wasn't too long ago, I was on a Facebook book group page thing, and somebody boasted, I can't remember the exact ranking that he gave himself, but he boasted that he had one of the top 3 Dean Koontz collections in the entire world. And I thought for a second, I've got to be up there. I've got to be up there really close. So I went to my shelves and my shelf, and I looked at my collection, and I did some calculation, and I was right. I'm up there. And the way I figure it, I'm in the top 25,000 best Dean Koontz collections in Central Florida. But with this addition to my collection, I might have cracked the top 24,000 best Dean Koontz collections in Central Florida. We'll find out. But anyway, I'm a fan of Dean Koontz, like a lot of people are. And one of my, well, let's just say my favorite Dean Koontz books, The Watchers, Intensity, and Odd Thomas. I haven't read them all, but those are the 3 best, my 3 favorite Dean Koontz books that I've read. And I recently read that a publishing company named Charnel was going to be doing Watchers, a signed and limited edition, and that was exciting for me. I can't wait. Hopefully I can score one before they all sell out. I don't know. But anyway, I want to get one of those. But I got to snooping around, sniffing the air, and I found that another one of my 3 favorite Dean Koontz books was offered up by Charnel, and I scored one on eBay at a price that I was happy with, as long as this comes out the way I'm hoping. So let's stop chatting about it. Let's open that mother up and see how she looks. See if I'm gonna boo-hoo or if I'm gonna boast. So let's see, is this a boo-hoo or a boast? Is this an eBay fail, like the kids call them on their videos today, or is this a score? First of all, I gotta figure out how to open this box. This was a priority shipping, and let me see if I can get the priority box open. All right, I think I might have this figured out and be able to get this open one of these days, see how my book looks. So, priority box, oversized box for the book. It's wrapped in bubble wrap. Got some stuffed in the box. Let's get this stuff out and see if I'm bougie or not. That's a word I heard the kids say. I don't know what it means. Bougie. What's bougie mean?
I don't know.
Oh, he don't know. He just says it. Bougie like what?
Natty.
Bougie like natty. All right, I got it. Bougie like natty. She must be bougie. All right, here we go. We're going to get this out one of these days. Now, Charnel has done a lot of Dean Koontz books. This is a Dean Koontz book. But one thing I noticed right off the bat opening it up, this is big. This is probably 12 inches tall and about the normal depth of a book. So tall and lean, just to put it into perspective here. It's too tall for most of my shelves. I didn't realize that it would be so tall. But I got a slipcase book, and on the spine you see a bowling pin. If you've read the book, you know why. If you haven't read the book, part of this book is set in a bowling alley. So this book has a theme, and we've got, I don't know the make, what it is, but it's a cloth slipcase. It's nice, feel it. It's not paper like some other publishers will make, feel it. It's cloth, a nice cloth slipcase. The book slides right out, nice and easy, and my slipcase seems to be in phenomenal shape. On the bottom there you can see where it's been on the shelf, probably slid in and out a time or two. Doesn't bother me. on my slipcase because it's going to happen on my shelf eventually anyway. But here is the cover, again sticking to the bowling motif. You got Odd Thomas spelled out in what looks like bowling balls to me on the cover. So a cloth bound cover. I don't know what kind of cloth this is, but that's what it is. Neat stuff in here, and I don't know what the heck I got. I got a letter with Dean Koontz's name on the top. It looks like it's got Dean Koontz's signature there. And it says, Allison, the enclosed, limited, signed, and numbered collector's edition of Odd Thomas, sold for $150. I hope it helps. I don't know what that's all about, but it looks like Allison Clark was raising money for something, and Dean Koontz helped. Anyway, a neat little addition to my book. If I knew it was there, I don't remember. And then a scorecard, the end papers, or a scorecard, so a nice little touch, with ads from Tire World, batteries, oil change, we service cars, SUVs, trucks, motorcycles, Burke and Bailey's ice cream, Pico Mundo Grill, breakfast all day. So if you've read the book or the series of books, Pico Mundo is a town that I kind of fell in love with when I was reading this book, as well as Odd and Llewellyn, Stormy, and other characters. But I really liked this town, and I almost found myself wanting to be a fry cook in the town of Pico Mundo. A little bit more about what we're looking at here. All right, so this is a tall, skinny one, Charnel House 2003, and let's see. I don't know. The paper feels nice. The paper, I don't know how you describe it. It's nice paper. It's not trade paper. I got quality paper. I really don't know what it is. The book has a sewn binding. Can you see that? Quality edition from Charnel House. And I'm looking in the back here. I just randomly flipped to a page, and there is the signature page of my book, the signed and limited edition. What number is it? There's limited to 500 copies, I believe. 500 numbered copies, 26 lettered copies. This one is 91. And 91 is mine. It's off the market. Dean Koontz's signature. A nice addition to my collection. So when it comes to Dean Koontz books that I have, that I'm proud of, I have a signed first of Watchers. I hope to get a limited edition of Watchers when they're available. I have the Intensity, my other favorite, and it's a Franklin Library signed edition, so I like that one too. And now I get to add Odd Thomas signed and limited edition to my collection, and it's neat. And the rear end paper is the same as the front that I showed you. I don't believe. Let me flip through here real quick. I couldn't find a whole lot of information about this production. I don't believe there are illustrations. I don't believe there is artwork in there, but you'll see some of the page numbers are on bowling pins. There is the font size. It's very small font, very narrow. So for the tired eyes, it might not be your thing. Other than what I just showed you, I really don't see other artwork in here, but I don't want to miss it, so I'll flip through real quick and see what we can find. And yeah, I don't see any other artwork or illustrations in the book. And that's, I think, that's all I can show you. That's all the lies I got to tell. Glad to have this one in my collection. I'm not necessarily going to be going and hunting all of the other odd books, because I loved this one, and I read, I think, the next three. I read 3 or 4 of them, of the odd books. I've liked every one. But I don't feel like I need to go chasing everyone down. I've got hardcover editions of them. But I'm happy with this one. Glad to have it in my collection. Very glad to have it in my collection. Thank you for watching. If you take a notion, please consider subscribing to the channel. They say it helps. Anyway, that's all I can think of. What?
I said it does.
He said it does. Take his word for it.
1,000 subscribers, you start getting like 10 cents every video.
But 1,000 people don't want to subscribe to my channel.
subscribed. Let me show them wrong.
You can't argue with that. Anyway, appreciate the time. That's all I got to say. So say la vie, baby. Doo-doo.